Got my Brett Favre autograph, my Ray Nitschke and Paul Hornung.
When Chesterfield's Roger Kasem and his wife Mindy got married 5 years ago, he moved into her house in Brandermill. But he didn't quite have a place of his own until Mindy granted permission for him to take a spare bedroom and do with it whatever he wanted.
I said, "Are you serious?" She said, "Yeah." So I was right out of bed, straight to Home Depot, checked out the NFL collection of team colors, and got the Packer green and gold.
The result is a home shrine to his favorite team, the Green Bay Packers.
You play like champions every minute out there. Go get them.
As a kid growing up in the 60s, Kasem idolized Bart Starr, Jerry Kramer, and Paul Hornung.
On three.
And the philosophies of head coach Vince Lombardi inspired Kasem to go into coaching himself.
Yeah, so these are some of the cards I collected as a kid.
The room contains autographs, pictures, and Kasem's lone share of stock in the Packers, purchased in 1996. His prized possession, though, is something his students at Manchester put together for him, a case that contains sod from Lambeau Field's end zone, which Kasem grabbed during his first trip to Green Bay over 20 years ago.
I always loved the team, but I really gained an affinity for the city when I had a chance to go there. Their idea of trash talk is, "I hope your team's ready to play today, because we sure are. Would you like a brat and a beer?"
That first trip to Wisconsin for Kasem was as a fan, but in a very unusual way.
What a place for a championship game.
A Richmond company was contracted to replace the sod at Lambeau Field before the 1996 NFC title game. Kasem called the company and convinced management to let him tag along for the ride.
He said, "I can't pay you." And I was like, "Why would you pay me?" I would be an asset. Just take me.
He had 2 hours' notice to be ready.
The next thing I knew, I was traveling to Green Bay as a volunteer member of the crew that would ready Lambeau Field for Ice Bowl 2. Never mind, I didn't know anyone with whom I was traveling, or where I would stay, or how long.
Kasem's trip was supposed to last just a couple of days. He and the job foreman ended up staying all week and got sideline passes for the Packers' win over Carolina that sent them to Super Bowl 31.
The reality was that I dropped everything, even jeopardizing my job a little, to take a leap of faith. It led to one of the greatest adventures of my life. It was my pilgrimage.
For the last 20 years, the Packers have held a contest to find their Fan of the Year. Applicants submit a 500-word essay online as to why they should earn the title. Kasem submitted his story with the Turf Company. It covered 28 pages.
The experience of being a part of bringing a title back to Green Bay far outweighed cheering on the Packers from the comfort of home.
Kasem's story was a hit.
I got an email one day about 3 weeks later, I'd kind of forgotten about it, saying, "We love the story, and you are going to be one of the finalists."
Kasem is one of 10 finalists nationwide for this year's title. The winner gets game tickets and an induction into the wing of the team's Hall of Fame. But for Kasem, the title would mean so much more.
To be considered one of the top fans of an organization that I think has the best fans in professional sport. These people are incredible. The competition's really stiff, as I expected. Yeah, it's everything you said. It's fun, but it's also very humbling, and I'm honored.